And tell us some of these pickleball injuries.
Well, just classic, right? So the number one reason people go to the doctor in the world is for low back pain.
Okay.
So low back pain is obviously a major issue, and it's a major issue in pickleball because the racket's so much shorter, you have to bend down lower to get to the ball. And again, when you first start and you're not that good, you're not moving that well, but as you get better and you move more, you've got to be able to run and then get down low. And so you get a lot of back problems. Again, shoulder, elbow problems, knee pain, right, was the big one. And then obviously plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, those are big ones. If your feet are stiff and tight, you get old real quick, right? If they're bricks. And so most people don't have good foot mobility. I work with a lot of even high school basketball players, and I get to their feet and they can barely bend their toes. They're literally like rocks. So if you can keep your feet supple and flexible, that's going to really help with the plantar fasciitis, with the Achilles tendonitis, even knee pain, right? So knee pain usually comes from weak ankles and weak glutes, right? Unless you're playing football and you get hit in the knee, most knee problems are an unstable glute, hip, and unstable ankles. And so this machine can clearly strengthen both of those really well.
Yeah. Do you recommend the foot bath? I mean, it solves a lot of problems, but is that?
Yeah. So I try to every week do a hand bath and a foot bath for 10 minutes each foot once a week. That's kind of, it feels great. It's great. I mean, when you're playing 3 or 4 hours of pickleball, your feet are sore, so it helps those feet recover too. But that will help strengthen. And while you're in the bath, I'm always moving my foot or my ankle around, trying to get those muscles firing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's an easy one. Everyone with a PRS, they can do that one. Yeah. Obviously, the glute VMO, the medial part of your knee and your butt, those are big, strong muscles. Getting those strong for people is going to help with back pain. But we have to stretch our hip flexors and our glutes, right? The key is loosening up your hip flexors. And there's a really easy stretch for that. That can be really helpful. I've got some great exercises just kind of for mobility of the back to get you moving a little better, because it's not just strength, it's mobility, especially as we get older. I feel like this machine's helped my reflexes, right? Because it's helping that neurology. So as I'm working from the neck down, my basic protocol with the PRS, I'll put it on the neck and the traps, and then I do infra and rhomboids, and I'll work through the arms, and I'm going through different motions, but that's turning on that neurology. And I think it'll help with people's reflexes a little bit too.
Do you use the PRS, like, let's say you're going for a pickle tournament and you're playing, do you kind of use that pre and post? Do you bring it on the road with you? Tell us a little about your, kind of habits with that.
I will take that PRS unit with me, and I'll turn it on where it's contracting, but I'm not trying to get a workout. I'm just trying to get it warmed up, and I will go through different movements. And sometimes, like, my back just kind of hurts around the belt line. And so I will literally fool around, and I'll put it like this. If this is my belt line, sometimes I'll put it right here, and I'll put them right next to each other. I'll just fool around till I feel like I get that sore spot. I love I call it hula hoops, where I'm just doing that hula hoop move.
Oh yeah.
Moving through, and some light squats, and I will spend like 5 minutes per section hitting all those spots that are stiff and sore, and that loosens it up. But I've got it on. I'm not trying to get a workout out, right? So maybe it's a third of the way up on the PRS unit. When I'm hurting, I use it every day, right? Yeah. So, but it's been really helpful. Even from last week, I'm fooling around with that middle cross and trying to figure out where my problems are. Yeah. I spend about a half hour every day personally on myself, working on my body to keep my back, my knees, everything working well. Yeah. And I usually, and then as I said, I'll use the foot bath and the hand bath at least once a week. And then typically I try to do a full body ARP treatment every week. Yeah. And I will spend 5 to 10 minutes basically on each muscle group. Right. So I will stand up, and I'll just work my way down, and I'll fool around. I'll put it on the lat, and I'll put it on the shoulder, and I'll do some shoulder presses, some other things. I'll do biceps and triceps, forearms. I'm going through the different drills. When I get to the lower body, I'm pretending like I'm dinking, moving side to side, lunging, and I'll hit every muscle work, and I'll spend about 2 hours on the whole thing. So by the end of that, that's quite a workout. So that's my plan, and then I try to work out regularly once a week, and I swim once a week, and then try to play pickleball 2 or 3 days a week and golf once a week. You know, I treat a lot of people just over the phone, right, to help them with whatever, because everyone's case is different.
Yeah.
And everyone's been to someone, and sometimes they get great results, sometimes they don't. But I encourage people who've got chronic pain to keep trying, right?
Yeah.
There's an answer out there for you. And hopefully it's with this machine or with me or with one of you guys, but there's an answer.
Love it.
So
Yeah.
don't give up.